Peace, peace, y'all. Welcome to today's mathematics with your girl, Sunshine Monet L. Today is 5/7/8. You already know we in the month of 5. This is a month of power and truth. This is a month of communication and invoking your community. We in a Gemini air energy with the 5 of community and communication. And when we talk about community, we talk about the cousins and the siblings and the parents and the grandparents and the aunts and uncles you actually grew up with. And you know, people that you went to school with since elementary school, people on your street in the Tri-City area. We love it here. That's all the 5. 5 also deals with the 5th sphere and the tree of life. We're dealing with Hera, which is an enforcement of your internal Mayat. We also dealing with 5 as far as the 5th house, which is Leo energy. All energies need balance, discipline, and order, or they go crazy. So be mindful of that. Discipline is key here. Utilizing that discipline and that focus that we learned in the month of Floor is really being challenged in this month of 5. What are you going to do with it? Especially with those, because 5 deals with fire, but it also deals with air. Depends on how you look at it and what culture you're looking at it from. Feel me? So with that being said, sometimes that air could be low, intrusive thoughts, intrusive doubts, intrusive compromises, you know, things that come into your space to challenge you in your thought process, right? Be mindful of that as well. We tapping into our inner child this month. Today on this day of 7, this is the day of God. Okay? We went on the day of God. Okay. This is the day of really gaining some spiritual knowledge, some spiritual aspiration, inspiration, impression, you know, spiritual expression to impress someone else next to you. You know, that's where we're at in this space. Some of y'all might be pulling the Hermit card today. Somebody might be reversing the Hermit card today because you poured a Hermit card any other day. That's up to you and what you wish to do. How you know what you need to do. You know what you would have to do to feel balanced. You know what I'm saying? So like whatever you have been doing, do something different. Okay. But yeah, today, because what you do different, that's going to like control where you get that inspiration, aspiration from. Feel me? So today is the day of God. Today is the day of spiritual, you know, involvement, spiritual edification, and intellect. All right. Get your downloads today. You know, reach out to an Aries. If you know somebody that do tarot and they are Aries or they are 7 life path, today is a good day to reach out to one of those type souls. In addition to that 5 and 7 come together, make 12. That's 1 and 2. We getting the knowledge and wisdom here. We talked heavily about knowledge and wisdom yesterday. Knowledge is what you know. Like, well, we don't know what we know, and we don't know what we don't know if you want to get into the philosophical realms of it all. But let's, for the sake of conversation, be grounded a little bit. Knowledge is what you read out of a book. I can regurgitate anything out of a fucking book, but it's my wisdom that aligns what I just read out the book with what gravitates to me. Like, oh, it's like critical thinking. I can read the book and regurgitate knowledge, but with my critical thinking skills, this is the wisdom. You know, we can infer, we can make inferences, we can read between the gray lines, we can feel things amongst the information. You get what I'm saying? That's when we add our wisdom to it. Ashe? The masculine of intellect and the feminine of wisdom. It brings about all the spirals that come from you reading just one sentence. Ashe, ashe, ashe. So that's the 1 and 2. You know, get familiar with both of those today. Learn how to differentiate between the both of them today because they're both necessary. One is not greater than the other. They complement each other. So use them complementary. So 1 and 2 come together, make 3. We're talking about understanding. So once you got the differentiation, all that between the knowledge and wisdom, now you're expressing it in the realms of understanding. 3 comes into the year of 8. You know, this is the year of transformations. Our solar plexus chakra, death and rebirth. We come back to the sphere 5, the enforcement of our internal Mayat. We're talking about Hera energy here. This is the year of the dragon. This is the year of occultism. Some of you guys hear the word cult and y'all lose y'all fucking minds. Cult is just short for culture. We are going to learn how to remove our emotional invocations because a lot of that emotional invocation is misdirected and it derives from miseducation. Intentional miseducation at that. So when you hear the word cult, you guys go crazy and y'all get weird and shit like that. You are a part of a lot of cults. There's cultures all around you. Black is a cult. You know what I'm saying? So like, I mean, like, let's be fucking for real and let's grow up a little bit in our knowledge department. I hope you guys really pay attention to y'all ones so that your twos can be a little bit more sane and grounded. I'm just saying. Especially if you're going to put that 3 to the 8 and make 11. When you do that, sense of mastery comes. But if y'all still being weird about the ones and twos on certain kind of words and the etymologies of certain kind of words, and y'all don't know how to separate, your indoctrinated emotions, because your emotions are indoctrinated. They have been manipulated for you to feel certain types of ways about certain kind of words, to where that you completely ignore them and walk away from the entire concept, when those concepts are actually there to help you and would build you up a whole lot more better than the concepts that you've chosen to adopt instead. You feel me? So be mindful of that. Chill. Today overall is a day of 11. It's a day of mastery. It's a day that we can bring back into the 2, which is a day of wisdom. This is the day of feminine energy, the mother. 2 deals with Libra energy. We're talking about balancing the scales here with harmony and justice. Paying attention to your interpersonal relationships and the harmony and justice, even if they're between you and spirit guides or you and yourself. Ashe. 11 is when you master these things, master all these numbers that I brought up that brought us to the 11. And when you do that, you become an inspiration and an aspiration to other people. Don't keep that shit to yourself, because then you would be misusing this whole month of 5 that's leading you up to Gemini energy, which is literally community communication and 5 energy. So let's talk about what's astrologically happening. We start the day off with a 1% waning crescent moon rising at 5:18 a.m. and setting at 7:53 p.m. We are in the Taurus zodiac, so when our mindset is on the heart chakra, it's on materializing and manifesting these things, on priorities, determination. Remember, I told you guys the focus and things like that for this month. We are in the Aries constellation, and Aries on the Vedic, so new beginnings here, right? Tapping into that cardinal energy, that 1. Taurus deals with the 2nd house. That could be the 2, and your sense of wealth. So you have new beginnings on your spaces of wealth, and this is in the 3rd house. So this is in the 4th house. So this is your space of your home and family, your nurturing spirit, your wisdom. Okay, so this is a divine alignment between the knowledge and the wisdom and the material, what you materialize from it, how you prioritize, how you feel about it, and stuff like that. New beginnings in your emotional self, new beginnings in your priorities, in your home and family, new beginnings in your priorities in your nurturing space, how you wish to be nurtured in your interpersonal relationships and stuff. And we love it here. It's also a sense of self-value and self-esteem as well. Sunrise at 5:51 a.m. and sunsetting at 8:01 p.m. The moon and Venus will be at minimal angle today. That happened this morning at 8:07 a.m. The moon was 2.5 degrees north-northwest. Conjunction at 11:50 a.m. The moon was 3.1 degrees north. So we have the heart chakra and our 3rd eye chakra in alignment. Align your mind and your heart. Again, the knowledge and the wisdom. Ashe. The new moon is tonight at 11:23 p.m. This is when the moon is officially between the sun and the earth. So, new moon is new beginnings, a new cycle. We new out here. So enjoy this beginning day of the new cycle and enjoy it being in Aries and Taurus to materialize new beginnings and reconstructure some things, take down some things and put up some things. We love that here on this day of mastery. So that's what I got for you today, my Cosmic Nobodies. I love you so much. Enjoy.